Game's first play, and it's second down now. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing, Prescott. High throw, but the catch is made. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
56, check 56.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, Prescott. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down.
Hey, orbit.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
70, Indy. Yep.
Second tone, defense.
Bravo.
Check right. Watching your 5. Yeah.
Tighten up.
2nd and 13. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 27-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hard.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Pettis, 73 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Prescott, and he finds Stills, complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Stills the intended target. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Titans' 27-yard line.
the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
55 to Mike. I'm coming.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, Echo.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Prescott. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, sprint off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Go!
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Now!
1st and goal at the 7.
Go! Fight!
They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount is his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? From the 41, Prescott. Flush to his right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Here's Prescott. It's complete. Stills. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere. It's not contained. Kick shifted.
He's a very, very fickle.
Oh, Prescott stripped. On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because